Umarak the Hunter? Man, that was a good set. Let's see an incredible revamp of him today on the Bionicle Inspiration series. Although today we're going to be taking a look at a few different mocks that all use cloth pieces in some really incredible and creative ways. Hopefully by taking a look at some of these different mocks today, I can give you some inspiration and get you ready for when you next build a mock. Let's get you some ideas. Nerved Mocks kicks us off with a revamp of the one and the only Umarak the Hunter. Dude, look at this. The painted edition of that like red line across the eye. It's like war paint or something. It fits this character very well. You know, they're a hunter. It kind of makes sense they'd have something like that. But I think it also improves the mask just that little bit. I love it. Something else that improves this mock though are all the additions of cloth. I like the idea that these could be made out of animal pelts that Umarak has hunted and then turned into, clothing of some sort. Or maybe they offer that little bit of extra like camouflage or protection for when he's skulking around the forests looking for animals to hunt. Now, I'm not too sure if these cloth pieces are real or if they're custom. It's always that little bit hard to tell with black cloth because there's so many different black cloth pieces across so many different sets. A lot of them came in the Star Wars Ultra Build sets. I imagine some of the ones that I'm showing you here are the specific cloth pieces that are being used, but I'm not 100% sure. I need to take this mock apart and specifically look at the cloth to be able to 100% tell myself. But hey, go and pick up some of those Star Wars Ultra Build sets. So many of them come with cloth pieces and all of them are going to be super helpful, and you can probably achieve something pretty similar to this with those parts. Now, this shot here of him holding Chewbacca's head, it's frightening and sad because that's my boy Chewbacca, but if you remove the context of this being Chewbacca himself, it's kind of fitting, right? It's probably some Bionicle Rahi or some unique creature that he's hunted, and that's the kind of stuff that Umarak the Hunter does. Nerved Mocks has also decked out this creation with all kinds of different weapons. We got this dagger here with a bunch of red paint over it. Creepy, but cool. And, of course, very fitting. They've got a rifle that has the ability to, snap forward so you can load it up and it's ready to go. And then he's got this sick crossbow that can collapse or, pop out. All these very fun new additions. And once again, I think they fit the character very well. Oh, and one last thing too. He has these interesting, silver robotic arms that come out of his back. He's got this cool shot here of him holding up the Mask of Creation. Those are a bit of fun as well. This is a brilliant revamp. This next creation is called Jungle Tyrant Yim, and it's built by Patron. So sure, you can use cloth pieces from official LEGO sets. But why not do some custom stuff too? LEGO hasn't really made any cloth that's purple. So you really couldn't pull off something that looks as majestic as this does if you're using official parts. And purple is one of those colors that back in the day, and even today as well, is associated with royalty. So this kind of rich, velvety purple that's mixed in with all this gold, it makes this character look like an emperor or a king. And man, the way that the cloth flows down from the waist or kind of neatly rests on the chest and the shoulders, it's stunning. And pairing it with these nice pointed shoulder pads, man, it's wonderful. Yeah, that's the power of cool cloth pieces, as well as bright colors too. It just creates such a distinct, powerful, and awesome looking character. You strip this mock of that cloth, it's still gonna look good, but nowhere near as good as it currently does. Oh yeah, and I quite enjoy this dark red hair design. The way that it neatly flows down the side of the arm, that's quite lovely. Now, if we're talking about brighter colors of cloth, let's discuss Marius the Maelstrom by Bonkle Wonkle. These wings are using some dark blue cloth pieces. However, this time these are official cloth pieces. These ones came in this Ninjago set. You can see they're on the sails just here. So yeah, so far we've only seen cloth being used on the bodies of mocks. But don't forget, it also looks really good on wing designs. I mean, that's what the wings on official LEGO dragons often do. They build a large Technic frame and then attach cloth onto that frame. And this mock is doing exactly that, and how wonderful does it look? So maybe you could do the same. I mean, heck, this Makuta mask always pairs well with wings and a really large, imposing body design. How cool. Although, you know what? You could actually just buy a Ninjago Dragon set and just straight up slap those wings onto a Bionicle creation. Or you could get the cloth from these wings and put that onto your own creation. The cool fiery pattern of this cloth, it looks sensational. That could easily pair well on a tower of fire, whether that's cool fire wings or just some kind of intricate cloth that just has a fire pattern to it. Drape that over the shoulder, make it a cool looking cape. That's gonna be really pretty. Although now that I think about it, this could actually be a vinyl plastic instead of cloth. I've never actually bought this specific Ninjago Dragon set, so I'm not sure what material it's made of. But yeah, nowadays if you're getting some type of cloth piece in a set, it's either going to be cloth or it's going to be that interesting plastic material. But hey, either one is going to look great on your mock. This mock here is by HS Dyera and it's called Manifold. So it uses some of these vinyl wing pieces. These ones appeared on this Ninjago Dragon set. Now yeah, these look really cool as wings. But the best part is that they can fold up and become clothing for them to wear. Isn't that incredible? What a seamless transition this is. You know, if you can use cloth or vinyl pieces to have some kind of, transformation, do it. Given the flexible nature of these pieces, it's going to make that sort of thing a lot easier. Although making it look this good, that's not easy. But man, does the end result look so impressive. Undead is our next builder, and they've built Katamari. It's a very fun little head design here with a cute little crown on top. Also got that nice evil red eye in the middle and some large teeth just next to it. I quite like how that looks. But the reason we're here. I love the way that the black cloth flows along this centipede-like body. It's a rather interesting way of designing the body on a bug-like creature. Now we have this image here that showcases the mock without the cape on the back, and we can see lots of spikes and all these different legs being exposed. Now I don't think this is deliberate, I think they've just taken the cloth off to show what the underside looks like, but it did get me thinking, what if you built some kind of mock that like shed its skin, and then it exposes some sort of hidden feature or some sort of surprise underneath? That'd be kind of sick. Yeah, maybe you could build yourself a snake that uses cloth pieces for the body, and then it sheds its skin. That would actually be really cool. Yeah, a very unique shape to this mock. Good to see cloth being used on something that isn't a humanoid character. And finally, Artie Quill has a mock called the Song Weaver of Lee Koro. Look at this dark tan cloth and the way that it pairs with other dark tan pieces. In this context, it really starts to look like those dark tan CCBS armor shells are just extensions of the cloth. The cloth that we see around the neck, of course. But yeah, I think that's a great idea. If you want to continue the look of robes or clothing or whatever, but you don't own like hundreds of different cloth pieces, do something like this. Even though they have different textures, the fact that they're the same color makes it look like it's being continued. Oh yeah, and I love this cloth piece in dark tan. It comes on this Rey Star Wars Ultra Build set, and I still think to this day, this is one of the best cloth pieces that LEGO has ever made. The color is so good, the shape of it, it's so easy to use. And I can't think of a single Bionicle mock that uses this part that doesn't look good. It's just the best. Yeah, and the fact that this mock is a musician, that's so much fun. They've got their own little guitar and everything, they're adorable. Brilliant idea for a mock. It has been perfectly executed. And that's it for today on this episode of the Bionicle Inspiration series where we focused on mocks that use cloth. I hope it gave you a few ideas. And if you liked the mocks that you saw in today's episode, be sure to check the links in the description below. You can see more of their work right there. And also, if you'd like to see your own mock featured on the Bionicle Inspiration series, you can submit it to the submission email that's on your screen right now. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Happy building, and bye for now.